All right, boys, we are back with another YouTube video. Yeah, this video, bro, I'm gonna be straight raw and authentic with it. Whoa, pause. You know what I meant, but I be overthinking it. I be trying to perfect, my content as far as overthinking the topics that I want to talk about. And now I'm just like, bro, I'm going to spitball, even if it causes a little rambling to come in. It's like, why not? This is my raw and authentic thoughts and what I want to say and present to you guys. So this topic is going to be based around just, bro, not being broke in 2024. Like, there are so many things out there nowadays. It's almost overwhelming as shit. But there are so many like side hustle skills that are out there nowadays that weren't available back then when I got into the space. I got into the space, when was this? About, I'd say 2018. I'm 21 now, so about 5 years now. And fuck, it was a journey. And it's still a journey. I'm still figuring shit out. I am still figuring shit out. And I don't think enough people show the lows of their journey. And that's exactly what I want to put together on this channel, to show people like, this shit is not all, cupcake and icing and sprinkles. Like, there's a little hard shit. It's a lot of hard shit. Like, it's hard. It is hard. I will be the first to say it. It's hard. Like, it's not easy, but it's fucking fun. It's so lit, bro. Like, it's lit. Even I think, losing a shit ton of money is lit as fuck, because it's like, why not do this shit now? Why not experience this shit now? I don't want to have a business that I'm running, go completely bankrupt when I'm 30 and I have a family. I'd rather have that shit happen now so I can stress, so I can have, the feeling of never want to have that feeling again. So there's a lot to go into it, but like I mentioned, like I said, I'm rambling right now, but like I said, there's a lot of shit nowadays that weren't back then. Like dropshipping. Dropshipping is always going to be around. Like, you got so many people on YouTube saying dropshipping this, dropshipping that. Like, I've made money in dropshipping. Don't get me wrong, dropshipping is a good business model once you actually learn it. But is it the best business model? Probably not. I mean, you got Amazon FBA, I've tried that. And shit, that's a lot of work. That's hard work too. But all this shit's hard work. You got affiliate marketing, you got, what else? Social media marketing, you got agencies. There's so many different things out there nowadays. But like, since, as years go on and these side hustles progress, they get a lot more mature, a lot more people come into the space talking about it. There's always something new. There's always that one thing that comes out each year that like everyone's like completely new about, but there's a certain amount of people that's had success doing it. And that is content creation, like becoming a content amplifier. I became a content amplifier probably like 2020, 2019. And this was like very, very early on, before TikTok was extremely huge. Like, before people knew that you could take a product, market it on TikTok, and then drive a shit ton of traffic and generate millions of dollars in sales. Like, no one knew you could do that a couple years back. And I had a ton of success with my dropshipping stores on TikTok when that was like that whole era. So I blew up a product one night, not knowing shit about TikTok, and I'm like, oh shit. And mind you, bro, I had 23 to 24 failed stores before I had my first profitable one. I started dropshipping in like 2018. I didn't make money. I didn't see real money until 2018, 2019, 2020. Bro, like 2020, 2021. So fuck, after all that, bro, it was like a wake up moment for me. It was like, damn, this shit's actually real. Because growing up, I mean, I didn't have a lot. My mom made sure shit happened, but I didn't have everything. Like, I didn't have everything I've always wanted. My mom worked, 2 jobs, didn't have a dad growing up. My mom raised 3 boys, and I worked. I've always worked. So it kind of forced me to grow up a lot faster than I expected. Started working at 14. From 14 to 18, I had over 22 9-to-5s. And, it would be me constantly just jumping from job to job, trying to fund these side hustles. And then, of course, me being the degenerate I am, just spending money growing up, buying food all the time. Had my era where I was smoking, buying, just doing dumb shit. But I don't regret any of it. But anyways, like I said, I had made a post on TikTok that one night, not knowing shit. And the video ended up blowing up. And I did like 120 grand in 2 nights. And I'm like, holy fuck. Mind you, bro, this all happening, I'm sleeping with the phone next to me like, cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. I'm like, what? This is real. Like, this is fucking real. Like, holy shit. And after that, bro, my whole just mind, the way my perspective of everything completely changed. It all hit. It finally hit. So after all these years, something finally hit. So after that, I'm like, holy shit. Of course, I had to deal with payment holds, PayPal, and shit like that. And that shit was a headache because at the time, I didn't know what the fuck to do. PayPal hold like 30, 40K of mine. I'm like, where the fuck is my money? Like, where's my money, bro? And I'm freaking out. And these motherfuckers are like, yo, where's my order? Where's my order? And I don't know what the fuck to do. I'm like a 17-year-old kid, 18-year-old kid. And I'm just like, yo, what am I about to do? But after it was all said and done, I had to shut the store down because I had supplier issues and shit like that. But I ended up walking away with like 30 or 40K. And I'm like 30 or 40K at 18. We had senior trip coming because it was my senior year. We're like, let's go to Miami. Me and the boys go to Miami and fuck. I think it's the rite of passage to actually do this. I blew through all that. I blew through all that money, bro. And it was just like, damn, you just blew through all this. But I knew this in the back of my mind. I'm like, I just made this money. Why can't I do it again? So from there, I'm like, okay, let's drop ship more products. I started drop shipping more products, started making, money. I was making a couple $1,000s a day just drop shipping from TikTok. And as it started to build, I'm like, I got this like moment when I was like, fuck, I can do this for me. Why can't I do it for brands? So I got onto Twitter. I grew fucking extremely fast on Twitter, met some dope guys. And from there, dude, started tweeting out game like, here's how I can grow this brand from 0 to 0 with TikTok. Given the fact that I had crazy testimony of doing it myself, I'm like, okay, I can start giving brands insight on how I was able to do it. From there, it was a whole snowball effect. Brands was booking calls left and right. I was growing thousands of followers a day, and I'm just like, holy shit. And just brands like, yo, we want you to do the same thing for us, and we'll pay you thousands of dollars. I think one of the biggest brand deals I closed my first year doing this was 10K for 7 videos. 10K for 7 videos? Bro, I've worked so many fucking jobs. You telling me a motherfucker paid me 10K for 7 videos? A motherfucker who used to get paid $6, $7 an hour and work their fucking ass off? It was a fucking whoa moment for me, bro. It was like, damn, this is real. Like, all this shit's finally clicking. Like, as a young like kid, as my age, bro, like, I see my mom go through it. And so, like, that drive that I've had, I've gotten that drive from her. Like, no matter what, how hard shit may get, I'm not giving the fuck up. I don't give a fuck. I get shot a million times and still live. I'm going to accomplish what I said I'm going to do. And that's regardless. It's just like straight up. So, like, dude, I'm like, dude, these motherfuckers are paying a kid like me, a nobody, fucking 10K for videos. And from there, I'm like, oh yeah, we're running this shit up. So like brands was booking left and right. There was a point in time where I took on like 16 brands, bro, and I did like 40K my first month. And from there, that whole year, bro, I ended up generating multi-6 figures at the age of like 18, 19. I'm just like, yo. And I'll be real, bro, like I blew through most of that first year because I've never had this type of money in my fucking life, so all this shit was new to me. Like, I didn't know what to do. I was paying shit for my boys. Like, I never spent it on materialistic shit. I was doing shit that I've never could imagine myself, not that I could never imagine myself doing, but shit that I've always wanted to do. Pay for my boys, give money back to my mom, take care of my brother, like shit like that. And that's the shit that I'm still working towards every single day, you know? At a young age, I know I've always wanted, like at a young age, I've known that I would be a millionaire. I knew that. I'm not a millionaire yet, but you know, that's something I've always known. But given the fact that, you know, I was making this type of money, I was spending, I was taking the trips, I was doing it because it was like, I've always wanted to do this shit. Like a part of me knew that I would do it. I journaled all that shit from the journey to now that I would do that. So yeah, I lived it up. And of course, spending all that money, I made it right back because it's such a like high demand skill. And that's why I'm saying this is probably one of the best fucking side hustles or full-time things you could do in 2024. You don't need much. You simply just need to have drive, be consistent, and drive results. That's it. Like brands will literally pay you tens of thousands of dollars if you can show them you can make good content. Like I literally know someone in the States who just made 100K profit. Shout out to her if she watches it. Like she's a fucking beast. And there are 15-year-olds, 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds. I've helped dozens, even hundreds of people do this shit. Like make their first 5 or 10K. Like once you get that first taste of internet money, bro, your life completely changes. You see life completely different. It's like, damn, I went from working $15 an hour to getting paid $2,000 just to make 20 videos and maybe taking like 2 minutes out of my day. It's wild once you see this shit. So like, that's why I think this side hustle or this skill of becoming a content amplifier is something that's incredibly like amazing. It's simply because you can go from being absolutely broke to 100K liquid in 1 year, or even 100K liquid in 6 months, or even 100K liquid in a month if you really dedicate yourself to do it. It's simple, bro. It's simple skill. It's a simple skill. Once you learn it, you can translate that shit from making content on TikTok, being comfortable with getting to the camera, push it to YouTube, push it to fucking Snapchat Reels or Instagram Reels, whatever. And you can build up a personal brand that way too, because it all starts with just being creative from the jump. Being creative with products and then becoming creative with yourself. So bro, like having that, bro, that experience, it's like, dude, if you have that skill, it's like no way you can be broke in 2024. Like I'm talking to thousands of brands each week, bro, that are wanting to help me, like that want me to find creators for them. And of course, I can't do it all myself. I don't really shoot content as much nowadays. I still do now, here and there, just to keep the skill fresh. But I don't do it at scale like I did back then. But being a content amplifier has changed my life, like 100%. Like, I wouldn't be where I am today if it weren't for that first video. Honestly, no, that's not true, because I still would have figured it out. But that video was the one that sparked it. And from there, bro, it's like, when you have that first testimony, you can leverage that testimony and make things bigger. You can find these bigger brands that want to pay you the 20, 30, 40K retains. But you have to be able to prove the concept. So like, if you're someone that's watching this and you want to get started, simply, bro, reach out to a brand and pitch them on a commission-based deal. Basically, commission-based deal is where you charge them. I mean, you don't charge them. Every sale that you bring in, they just give you a percentage. And 9 times out of 10, this is probably the best thing to do for a beginner, because you have no work to show for it. You can't just go out to a brand and say, yo, pay me $1,000 for 30 videos. Some brands may do that. I mean, I've seen that happen with a lot of my students, but some brands will do that, but most won't. But take that commission-based deal, put your pride aside, blow them up, and then from there, go back to that same brand deal or a new brand deal and say, like, look, I blew this brand up, pay me $1,000 for 30 videos. They would do it. That one video that I had that blew up for me, I use that as my case study. Then I worked for one of my boys that owned a sex chocolate brand. I blew him up crazy. I used that as a case study, and from there, it was easy. Like, brands coming left and right. So, bro, it's like you have that one case study, that's all you need. And from there, you leverage it, and you just keep moving, you keep climbing the ladder. And then it becomes a point where, bro, you'll be so limited on who you take on for clients, you can charge 7, 8K a month because you have the results to show for it. So, bro, like I said, this is just the beginning of all this. I think this whole creator economy is going to be extremely big. I mean, it's already expected to grow to a $100 billion economy in the next 6 years. So get in while you can. I mean, it's not going anywhere. TikTok's not going anywhere. TikTok Shop is a fucking crazy opportunity. You can make millions of dollars this year doing that as a complete beginner. So don't miss out. But yeah, bro, I just want to keep it raw, real with y'all. And yeah, I mean, this is just first of many. So shout out if you watch this all the way, and I'll see you in the next video.